Yes, students. Next, we will do the comparison of characteristics of true solution, colloidal solution, and suspension. So, first characteristics which we will compare is, before going to the characteristics, again a quick review on the examples: true solution, salt solution, sugar solution. Once you dissolve salt in water, completely when it gets dissolved, can you see salt particles in water? No. Okay. Next, once the salt get dissolved completely in water, throughout the solution the composition becomes same. So, how it is? It is a homogeneous mixture. Next, colloidal solution, starch sol. We will not say starch solution. Starch sol. Starch powder, when you dissolve in water, it completely get dissolved. Okay. And here also, it seems like homogeneous, but it is actually heterogeneous. It has two phases: dispersed phase, dispersion medium. But here, true solution, once it gets dissolved salt completely in water, it has only a single phase. The composition becomes same throughout. It is homogeneous. The saltness becomes the same throughout. If sugar, when dissolved in water completely, the sweetness becomes the same throughout. The composition becomes same throughout. So after getting dissolved, we get a single phase, one phase only. But here, two phases are there: dispersed phase, dispersion medium. So starch, sol, milk, blood, these all are examples of colloidal solution. Next is suspension. Example is sand in water. Very big particles, but with your eyes you can see, naked eyes. Once you mix sand in water, sand particles come and settle down. Separately you can see sand and water. And some sand particles also you see suspended in water. Not a very clear solution, you get liquid over the top. Next, chalk powder in water. These two are examples of suspension. Okay. So first characteristics which I am going to discuss is size of particles. So true solution, size of particles. Particles means solute particles. Very small in size. Neither you can see by your naked eyes nor under ultra microscope. The particles are very small in size, less than 1 nanometer. Small and small m, nanometer, less than 1 nanometer. Okay. Next, come to colloidal solution. And in meter you can say less than 10 power minus 9 meter or less than 10 to the power minus 7 centimeter. So, size of particles of true solution less than 1 nanometer or less than 10 to the power minus 9 meter or less than 10 to the power minus 7 centimeter. Okay. Now, when you come to suspension, the particles are very big in size. With your naked eyes you can see sand in water. So, here the particle size is more than 100 nanometer. More than 100 nanometer or more than 10 to the power minus 7 meter or more than 10 to the power minus 5 centimeter. Okay. Next, come to colloidal solution. Here the particle size is in between those of true solution and suspension. Okay. This cannot be seen by your naked eyes because once starch gets dissolved in water, you cannot see the starch particles. Starch particles are the dispersed phase, solute particles like solute. This is the starch particle which is the dispersed phase, and dispersion medium is water because starch powder is dissolved in water. So once the starch powder gets dissolved in water, you cannot see the starch powder in water. So you cannot see by your naked eyes, but under ultra microscope you can see the zigzag motion of colloidal particles in colloidal solution. So the size of particles in colloidal solution is in between those of true solution and suspension. That is, this is less than 1 nanometer, this is more than 100 nanometer. So size of colloidal solution is 1 nanometer to 100 nanometer. 1 nanometer to 100 nanometer. Or 10 to the power minus 9 meter to 10 to the power minus 7 meter. Or 10 to the power minus 7 centimeter to 10 to the power minus 5 centimeter. This is the particle size of colloidal particle size in colloidal solution. This is important. This comparison is asked in exam about the size of particles to do the comparison between true solution, colloidal solution and suspension. Okay. Next, appearance. Once the salt gets dissolved in water completely, what type of solution you get? Very transparent, clear and transparent. But starch solution, starch when it is dissolved in water, it is completely dissolved, but the solution is not transparent. How it is? Translucent. Transparent means light can completely pass through it. Translucent means light can partially pass through it. And suspension, can light pass through sand when sand is completely mixed in water? No, it is opaque. This is the appearance. Chalk powder in water, it is opaque, light cannot pass through it. Okay, so appearance, true solution, how it is transparent. Light can completely pass through it. Colloidal solution, translucent, means light can partially pass through it. And suspension, light cannot pass through it. So it is opaque. Okay. Next comparison in characteristics, nature. Nature means once the salt is dissolved in water, composition of salt becomes the same throughout. The saltness becomes the same throughout. The composition becomes same throughout. It is not at the bottom of the glass. If you have a zip of salt solution, it will be more salty, and from the top portion it will be less salty. No. The composition becomes same throughout once it is completely dissolved. In the same way, sugar, when it is completely dissolved in water and you get sugar solution, the sweetness becomes the same throughout. So, what about the nature of true solution? It is homogeneous in nature. It is homogeneous in nature. Homo means same. Geneous means composition. Composition is same throughout. Okay. So, about the nature, true solution, homogeneous in nature. Now, about colloidal solution, starch solution, it seems to be homogeneous, but it has two phases. Starch powder is dispersed in water. It has two phases, dispersion medium and dispersed phase. So, it is not homogeneous in nature, it is heterogeneous in nature, colloidal solution. Heterogeneous. Okay. Next, suspension, sand in water. When you mix, you can separately see sand at the bottom, water over the top, and in water even sand particles dispersed. So, how is the composition? Is it same throughout? No. It is different in different parts. So, suspension, it is heterogeneous in nature. Okay. Next, stability. Salt solution, when salt is completely dissolved in water and you get salt solution, keep it undisturbed from some time, will the salt come and settle down? No. So, means true solution is stable or unstable. Salt solution, if you keep it undisturbed, salt will not come and settle down. So, true solution is stable or unstable. True solution is stable. Next, colloidal solution. Once you prepare the starch solution, you dissolve it in water and you get starch sole. Keep it undisturbed for some time. Will the starch powder come and settle down? No. So again here, colloidal solution is also stable. And when we come to the stability of suspension, sand in water, chalk powder in water, if you keep it undisturbed, sand will come and settle down, chalk powder will come and settle down. So is it stable or unstable? Suspension is unstable. So students, here we discussed 4 characteristics. We compared 4 characteristics of true solution, colloidal solution and suspension. So here size of particles, appearance also important. Comparison is asked about nature also, about stability also. These all are very important. Comparison it comes. An example also you should know about true solution, colloidal and suspension. Okay. Now next 4 more characteristics we will discuss. Okay.